Right now, we are just hours away from a potential government shutdown. The midnight deadline for Republicans and Democrats to reach an agreement is closing in, but there is still no deal in sight. Today, the top Democrat in the House, Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, struck a defiant tone on the steps of Capitol Hill.
On behalf of the American people, we are in this fight until we win this fight for their people. We're not going to support a partisan Republican spending bill that continues to gut the health care of the American people. Not now, not ever.
NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Melanie Zanona is live for us on the Hill as we speak. Melanie, is there any last-minute sort of Hail Mary even left, or is this shutdown at this point just imminent?
Well, the odds of a shutdown are very high right now. And just logistically, the only way out of a shutdown is if the Senate passes the House's 7-week stopgap bill, because the House is actually out of session right now. Republicans aren't even here. That was a decision that the GOP leadership made in order to keep the pressure on Senate Democrats. But so far, Democrats are not budging, and the stakes couldn't be higher, especially because the Trump administration is now threatening to enact permanent layoffs in the event of a shutdown. Just take a listen to President Trump talking about all of this.
We can do things during the shutdown that are irreversible, that are bad for them and irreversible by them, like cutting vast numbers of people out, cutting things that they like, cutting programs that they like.
So clearly, Republicans are intent on making this as politically painful as possible for Democrats. Both sides right now in the midst of a blame game. There's been insults flying back and forth. So the odds of a shutdown, like I said, growing ever increasingly by the minute.
I mean, we heard Hakeem Jeffries in, as we mentioned, a pretty defiant tone there. Those were frightened words. How unified are Democrats behind him? Are there any sort of cracks forming?
They have been mostly united, I would say. There's only one Democrat so far, that's John Fetterman of Pennsylvania, who said he would vote to fund the government. He did so the last time this came up on the floor, so we are expecting him to vote again. But there needs to be 8 Democrats total in order to keep the government open. And so far, we have not seen a single Democrat besides Fetterman actually come out and say that they are willing to do that. The one thing that we did see yesterday, maybe a little sign of wobbliness, was that Chuck Schumer, the Senate Democratic leader, did float the idea of potentially a very short CR, like a 7 to 10 day stopgap spending bill as a contingency plan if the government shuts down. But that plan got a lot of backlash. He immediately backed off. At this point, there is no obvious exit ramp in sight.
Melanie Zanona, live from Capitol Hill. Melanie, thank you.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.